Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are theorizing in what happened to Manchester City throughout the 2024-2025 season. So let's get started, alright? So their first game was on August 18th, 2024 against Chelsea, which was a 2-0 win, and Erling Haaland scored in that game. And then in the next game on August 24th, they won against Ipswich Town, and then they won against West Ham United in August 31st. So throughout the entire month of August, they won games. And in September 14th, the first game of September, is that Man City won against Brentford, but then, all of a sudden, Arsenal v Manchester City on September 22nd, 2024. Will Manchester City win? Or will Arsenal win? Or will it be a draw? Well, as I predicted it myself, it was a draw. And also, it was in the Etihad Stadium, so it was intense. And then Erling Haaland grabbed a soccer ball and threw it at Gabriel Magalhaes's head, which was the Arsenal center back, and told Arteta literally to stay humble at these three words: cemented to everything. And also on September 28th, they drew against Newcastle United. So in the month of September, they won one game and two draws. And in October, they won all three games consistently. Then they faced Bournemouth at Bournemouth Stadium, and it was a 2-1 loss. Nothing too big for City, they would recover. But then they lost to Brighton, and yep, things started to went downhill. And in the Etihad Stadium, they lost to Tottenham 4-0. 4-0 against Tottenham, and James Maddison's side, which I think James Maddison scored in that match. And also Liverpool versus Manchester City. Liverpool won that match in December 1st, 2-0. So throughout the entire month of November, Man City lost 4 in a row in the Premier League. But also, San Marino, the worst national team of all time, won a single match by Liechtenstein in the month of November before City could actually win. And they did win against Nottingham Forest, but it was not enough. They drew against Crystal Palace, and they lost against Manchester United thanks to a late goal by Ahmad Diallo, and also lost to Aston Villa in Verhome in Aston Villa Stadium. They drew against Everton, and the New Year's starting to go in for the Premier League, and then Man City won against Leicester, and Man City won against West Ham, and then they drew against Brentford and Ipswich Town 6-0, and Manchester City won against Chelsea. They could not stop winning until February 2nd, 2025, in which I watched that match specifically, and I was rooting for Manchester City, hence that's why I had a Man City jersey on, and also the reason why to explain that video. Anyways, they lost the game 5-1. And even the worst part is that Arsenal had the lead in the second minute by Martin Odegaard, and then Erling Haaland scored an amazing header from what I saw, and plus Arsenal scored the winning goal by a youngster, Luis Skelly, and he hit this, which I was like, oh my god, such an entertaining celebration. I don't know why you would do that. And in the FA Cup, let's look in the FA Cup, alright? So, in their last match in January 11th, 2025, they won against Stratford City 8-0, and Jack Grealish scored. But hold up, why don't we focus on Jack Grealish right now? Because Jack Grealish, before that match against Stratford City, he had not scored a goal for more than a year. His last time that he scored was in November or December, I think, 2023. which was more than a year ago. And yeah, I probably scored in more goals than he did. In 2024, I wouldn't say that as like a Man City fan right now, but regardless, scored more goals than him in 2024. And also in the EFL Cup, the Carabao Cup, in September 24th, 2024, they won against Watford 2-1, and then they lost to Tottenham Hotspur, which the 4-0 loss against Tottenham and the loss against Tottenham again in like the 5th round of the Carabao Cup, they lost to Tottenham twice. In like when they lost 5 in a row. Crazy, right? And also in the FA Community Shield final, in which, we don't have to explain that one because I watched that match and Manchester United missed the penalty thanks to Johnny Evans, and Man City end up winning the match. So I think that's the only win that Man City has this season. And then in Champions League, they finished 22nd place, right below the elimination zone. But also, very bad downfalls for like Manchester City, alright? So November 5th, 2024, they lost against Sporting Lisbon by Ruben Almiron's side. And once Ruben Almiron went to Manchester United, he went in, beat Manchester City 2-1, and how many times that, Pep Guardiola lost to Ruben Almiron? Twice. That's a terrible record to hail as a manager right now. And they drew against Feyenoord 3-3, and then they lost to Juventus 2-0, and then their final loss in the Champions League, which I think that Man City could win against Real Madrid or lose against Real Madrid, but they lost to PSG in the stages in the league phase. 4-2 was surprising, that one. And in the last match day, it was a must win. And they did, 3-1. But in the Champions League knockout phases, they are facing Real Madrid on February 11th and February 19th. And also a part of the Club World Cup too. But also, they made some important signings, like for example, Omar Marmoush from Eintracht Frankfurt, who had 2 Premier League appearances and has 0 goals and 0 goals in the total 0 goals for Omar Marmoush because he needs some time, obviously. And also Alexander Kusanov, he was the defender from Lens, the only Uzbek player in Man City's history to in Premier League history, I think. And Alexander Kusanov's first game for City, it was a terrible game for him. And also they signed Victor Rice, defender from Palmeiras, which the 3 transfers haven't really done much right now, but we'll give them time at least. And that was it for Manchester City's downfall and what happened to them. And actually, so during the January 2025 transfer window, Erling Haaland signed a contract extension until 2034. That's a big step up at least. And so basically what I can explain is on why Man City are spiraling downwards towards not winning the Premier League. Well, I can say Liverpool right now at the moment doing really good, and also Arsenal doing decent this season. And also Nottingham Forest too. Nottingham Forest and Chris Wood have been scoring goals for fun, and in his FIFA card in all the FIFA's Chris Wood's best overall, which is right now. So I think that might be a good moment for Nottingham Forest, and they could be legitimate title contenders. Anyways, though, thank you for watching this video. Hope you have an amazing day, a great day, and I'll see you next time.